Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. This is Brent Dalby joining you today from the NinjaTrader ecosystem. Before I begin, I would like to do a quick test of picture and sound. Please type in a Y in the room if you can clearly hear my voice and see the projection in the room. Awesome. Thank you for the confirmation, and thank you all for spending time with us today. We have a very special event today. We have Gabriel Brent of Appa Zones ready to give you a wonderful presentation. NinjaTrader ecosystem is pleased to sponsor weekly partners events at a value-added service for our clients. These events are intended to provide increased exposure to the various trading styles and methods taught by our partners. So if you find value in these events, we hope you will attend them on a regular basis. Now I'd like to ask everyone in the room to take a quick survey. So if you could please choose the 1, 2, 3, or 4 on this poll screen that I will give a gauge of what type of NinjaTrader users we have in this attendance. While you fill that out, I want to remind you it is important to understand that there are substantial risks in trading forex and commodity future contracts. You should consider, you should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you, and that will depend on your specific circumstances and financial resources. It is possible to lose all your funds deposited with your broker, and you could even incur losses beyond these amounts. Please inquire at brokerage support at ninjatrader.com for more information or for a copy of the CFTC full risk disclosure. Also, please remember that these ecosystem webinars are not a solicitation or a recommendation, but simply education in nature. All right, thank you for filling out the poll. Looks like we have about 37% of you are lifetime key holders. Appreciate you guys attending today. And we also have about 24% of you that are not using NinjaTrader at all yet. If you are one of those in attendance who has not used NinjaTrader, I'd like to invite you to download NinjaTrader absolutely free and get started with simulated trading, advanced charting, market analytics, strategy development. This free version of NinjaTrader that you can download from the following link has no expiration dates, so you can use this for as long as you like. I'll put that in the room for you. We are very excited for this unique event in which Gabriel Brent of Appa Zones shows us how to overcome the dark side of trading by mastering your emotions using simple concepts. Thank you again for your attendance today. Without further ado,
Hello.
Oh, sorry about that.
Everybody.
Yep. Take it away, Gabriel. Sorry about that.
Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. All right. Good deal. So thank you so much, Brent, for that nice introduction there. My name is Gabriel Brent, and Appa Zones is a company that I founded about 7 years ago. And basically, just a little bit about myself. I've been trading for the past 16 years in stocks and now in futures and the whole world, in fact. And basically, what we're going to be talking a lot about today is really how to start conquering the emotional side of trading. And I just want to share with you guys a little bit of what we're going to be covering here today. So basically, what is the enemy of all traders? You know, who is that enemy? Is it the markets? Is it the institutions? Is it the politicians? You know, who's the enemy? And we're going to be covering just a bunch of really good topics that hopefully will be more in depth than what you're normally used to seeing, but I think is going to be extremely awesome in the way that, well, once you see beyond the veil, you know, then you have to deal with that reality. Okay, so let's first off by starting off with who is who's your enemy, and that is the inner battle with yourself. Now, I don't know how many people here have struggled with these things, but getting stopped out just to see price move in your direction. Uh, anybody here done that before? And obviously, this is if you've been trading. I'm sure that well, I've been there too. You know, The fear of taking the next trade after you've incurred multiple losses, okay? Putting too big of targets, trying to make back everything that you've lost in one glorious trade that will be written about for 1,000 years. Yeah, I've thought about that too. It hasn't worked out for me yet. So over trading, defining the trend, all of these things are the things that we struggle with. And really what I want to preach on is how to be like Yoda. How do we be disciplined? How do we be a master of the force? How do we be a master of the trend? So let's start off with what enemies we are taking into this battle, because if we don't know where the battle is, who we're fighting, what our weapons are, we're never going to win, okay? Because you have no idea what you're doing. You don't even see the battle for the battle itself. It's like you can't see the trees because of the forest. Like it's just one of those crazy things. So first off, I think we need to have a business plan and a trade plan. That's the first thing that we need to have going for us, all right? And if we don't have those things, and they are two different entities, all right? A business plan, a trade plan, they're two different things, all right? And when you use both of them together, it's all about becoming that systematic, disciplined trader. If I was to meet you in a trading room, like there's a whole bunch of different trading conventions throughout our different cities here in the United States, and if I was to meet you at one of the meetup groups and say, "Yep, I'm a day trader or a swing trader," and you'd ask me what my strategy was, I would say it's buying and selling pullbacks in the direction of trend. It's that simple. It's that easy. And that's one of the first things that you're going to see in my trade plan is just to keep it simple like that. All right. So next off, we're going to talk about the knowledge and the wisdom of price action. Okay. What do the bars really tell us? Just out of curiosity, how many people here are comfortable just trading the bars? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe so. Maybe
Hey,
that's a little scary.
hey, Gabriel.
Yeah.
We're not seeing any slides right now. Did you
Oh,
start
you're
that?
not.
No.
I
There,
did.
there we go.
Apparently it's not going.
There we go. I do see it might have
I'm
hung
so
there.
sorry about that, guys.
It might have hung on our end,
Okay,
but I can see it now.
okay. So let me see if I can see my little screen now too. There of what's being shown. I'm really sorry about that. So let's start about the three things that every trader needs to know. All right. So first off, the like what we were saying, business plans, trade plans, the wisdom of price action, and knowledge of where you are in the battle. Knowledge of support and resistance, supply and demand. You need to have context. So uh, that's what we're looking at. All right, and that's what we're going to be discussing here. Okay, so first off, have a plan. Uh, Once you join the Epizones community, we give you access to a number of different trade plans that we have found successful. Okay, so if you click on our little trade plan link over there on the right hand side, you get to see my trade plan. You get to see other trainers in the Epizones community's trade plan. Okay, and by seeing those things, hey, if you want to copy the trade plan, you know what? This isn't exactly like school, so go ahead and copy the trade plan, become a successful and profitable trader, and you go from there. So if you open up my trade plan, you can see what it looks like, all that kind of good stuff. It's hopefully it'll be a good starting point for any trading endeavor. Okay, so after that, let's talk about what kind of goes into reading the price action of everything. Okay, because we want to know, where are we in the market cycle? Well, what are we doing right now? What is the market conditions? Well, with the Apazone software, we're trying to make that complex and somewhat elusive idea. Very, very simple. And here it is. It's a blank chart. Isn't that easy? Isn't that simple? Well, maybe it's not quite that simple, but our whole basis of everything that I've done in my trading journey is understanding these bars. Okay, so where are we in this scale of things? What's going on? All right. Well, first off, you'll notice that we have a little readout here. And this is actually a piece of software that's taken me about a year to develop, and it's called the APA Elite software. And if you notice down here, there's 5 different judges. What it is it's a neural network piece of software. Okay, so it has 5 different judges. It can change its own settings. It's really, really sophisticated. It has all kinds of bells and whistles to where it can alert you, it can text you, it can email you. It can pour your coffee. It'll blow you kisses. No, well, maybe not quite all those things, but it does tell you what the trend is and what market conditions we're looking at. All right, so that's first off and foremost. All right, I don't really have to worry about the judges or the complexity of the neural network, but just straight up, we're up and we're rangy. All right, so if we look over here on the right side of our chart, I feel like we're up and rangy. All right. The whole idea of this software is so that we make the complex simple, and that it's just super fast. You can instantly look at a market scanner and you can know what's going on here. Okay, so next we're going to give you context of not only the trend, all right, but we're going to give you context of price action. All right, so we're going to click one of these drop-down panels here. I actually have 3 different time frames, so I'm going to show you the largest time frame. We're going to work from a top-down perspective, okay? Trickle-down trading, if you will. All right, so let's go ahead and show the levels here on our chart, and you can see 2 zones pop up, and what these zones represent are areas of supply and demand. Where is high and where is low? All right, so we're going to build a case for context. Okay, so we're going to say the numbers in red, as well as this little 60M representing a 60-minute time frame being superimposed on our 15-minute chart. And the reason why I do it like this is just because if I don't do it like this, then things can get a little hairy on if you're putting like 5 or 10 different time frames all in one chart. There can be a lot of stuff going on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that this is a relatively low area. All right, so we're going to give you high and low, and we're going to make it quick and simple for you to identify those areas. Next, we're going to bring on the zones of the active time frame. All right, now this is a little bit different. Okay, and it's going to show you all these different levels, and there's a lot of color going on and stuff like that, so we're just going to simplify it down, keep it to where's the most recent level above and below us. Okay, and I'm going to just show the 60-minute levels above and below us. Red is resistance or supply, demand is in green. Okay, demand or support. All right, so I feel like those terms are well related because for all you equation buffs out there, this is basically what we're looking at here. All right, we're looking at identifying all these areas of supply and demand, support and resistance in all these types of different things, and obviously there's some price action, but just to talk about support and resistance and supply and demand, this is what we're really looking for. Okay, this is a nice, neat equation of support and resistance plus time equals supply and demand. And so this is how we measure our zones. This is how we judge those levels. How long the zone has lasted on your chart. The time of day price interacts with the zone, and higher time frame confluence. All right. So, excuse me 1 second while I take a drink here. So I'm trying to keep and make everything very, very simple, okay, and very, very easy to use. Simple concepts, we're using both the X and the Y coordinates, okay, because we're doing both price and time to actually understand a principle that can be somewhat confusing and subjective, okay, but we're trying to take the subjective out of it and turn it into something very objective, and that's why the software does what it does, just to make everything super duper simple. So right now I know that we're at the relatively low area of the range, okay? So when price retests one of these levels, and again, I didn't really cover this, but these zones are different colors based upon how many times price has actually interacted with one of these levels. Okay, so as we look at this level down here, we can see that first bounce, that money bounce off of this zone, which was spectacular and amazing. Now, the trend was really up today, and I actually did take the long off of this 15-minute level, and just right below that was that 60-minute zone. You see that 60-minute overlapping the 15-minute time frame? And this is how we're starting to build the case of context here, all right? So all we want to do is to take this long in the direction of what? The trend. You've got it. You got it. So we want to keep it simple. So and this stuff works on any time frame, on anything that you can bring into NinjaTrader or one of the other supporting platforms. Okay, so it really is a cool type of idea. Now, for all of you equation, just out of curiosity, do we have any like engineers or any mathematicians in the audience? Yes. Okay. Good deal. So basically, really what we're working on is fractal math and fractal geometry. Okay, so you're going to see that these levels line up really well with different approaches out there when we're looking at different levels, like Fibonacci lines up extremely well with Fibonacci, Elliott waves. These levels will usually be there at the other important levels that you would look for confluence with slightly different approaches. But the idea is the same. We're trying to identify where is low and where is high. And it's really a time-saving tool. By me able to calculate and say, hey, this is a relatively low area down here, this is a relatively high area, even before all of this range has been put in place. I know where those levels are plotting. Okay, so when I'm trying to buy and sell pullbacks in the direction of trend, you better believe I got into the position down here. Okay, so I got in at I got in down here at 55 today, long. All right, looking for the up move. I took a quick 1-to-1. All right, and I just used the bottom of this wick. So when we're talking about placing our stops and targets and stuff like that, we actually get to use the zones as our stops and targets. All right, we can use the levels themselves. Where's the bottom of this structure? All right, what does that structure look like? And we can see where that zone is created over here and what that looks like over here. All right, and I see some really good questions going on here, and I will be answering those at the end of the presentation. But then for a target, we can be looking up there. All right. So personally speaking, I did 2 targets on this one. All right. So I wanted to take off a one that was pretty close to a 1-to-1 ratio. And with NinjaTrader, we have this wonderful tool that allows us to measure the y-axis, which is how many ticks or pips we're making on a particular trade. So I was just looking for that quick 1-to-1, got that, and then lo and behold, got a second target up there too. All right, so we want to keep things super duper simple. All right, now it's going to work. It doesn't really matter how many contracts you trade in the grand scheme of things, just as long as you're able to keep the ratios, the probabilities, the percentage numbers the same, okay? As far as what you're risking, all that kind of stuff. The math, the money management is super duper important, okay? And being able to read price action. So if we have all of this confluence down here that, hey, we are at an area of low, let's drill down into a lower time frame. Let's say a 5-minute time frame. Let's see what's down there at that particular level, okay? So we're going to do that here. And as you can see, there was the 5-minute zone. Again, fractal time your fractal confluence, okay, at the bottom of the structure. And as price moves off there, we get a couple good targets, and we're off to the races. Now, did I know that price was going to turn around up there? Absolutely not. Okay, we need to be humble traders, because as soon as you know and you can feel, and you're banking your life's savings on a trade, that's exactly when it doesn't work out. Okay, so we need to be nimble with the markets, and that's why these levels are the way that they are. Some levels are really small, some levels are really big. Price dictates how big those levels are, not you. Who are you to say what the market's going to do? There's so many different market participants. Okay, let's not kid ourselves on trying to pick the exact bottom or exact tops of the market. Let's just enjoy the ride. Let the institutions, let the money managers do what they're supposed to do. Okay, so uh, really good looking trade. Didn't know that that high was going to happen up there, and then you get stopped out on the rest on a T3. And I have these rules that I live by here, and I'm going to share those with you here in just a few minutes. But let's get back to the presentation just so that I can stay um, tracking here just a little bit with this these thoughts of how to stay on the right side of everything, and including how to battle your worst enemy, which unfortunately is ourselves, right? One of the other big things is our weapons of probability. Okay, probability is huge, absolutely monumental. All right, so where are you in the grand scheme of things? All right, if we were to give you 100 trades, what is your winning percentage? All right, that's a good question. All right, for me personally, I need to win a lot. All right, I like to have that feeling of, hey, I'm doing something well, this thing is working. Mentally, it just helps me do everything that I need to do. It gives me the courage, it gives me the conviction to keep on pressing on, even when I hit multiple losses in a row. All right. Now, what this chart is actually showing us is out of 100 trades, if we have a winning percentage of 70, 80, or even 90%, how many consecutive losses could we have in a row? All right. Could we have 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a row? Even at 70%, you could have 5 losses in a row out of 100 trades. What if that's the first time you start taking live trades, you hit that scenario? How is that going to make you feel about your super duper strategy? Well, it's probably not going to make you feel very good. All right. And it's probably going to make you question whether or not you want to do this. You might throw a few things. You might throw the computer out the window. Who knows what can happen? Things could get wild and crazy. So let's use the statistics for us as a weapon, okay? And this money management, just being a good risk manager every single time, being able to cut your losses quickly, all right? That's absolutely huge. Do I get every single trade as a winner? Absolutely not. Nobody does. And if you're thinking that this is a holy grail system, I'm here to tell you that it's not. I do really, really well with it. And today, I was 80% on everything. So even I had a couple losers in there. But they're small. They're not super duper huge. All right. And I just want to spend some time talking a little bit about what that looks like, and how you do cut those losses quickly and well. All right. So we have a number of different tools with APAZones. All right. And one of the tools that I super duper enjoy the most is the following. All right. I will come over here and set up a new chart. I wasn't planning to share this with you guys today, but it helps me out a lot. Okay. So let's put this to our chart here. And we are going to put on something, this tool is actually built into like the Elite package, which we were just looking at, that gives us the trend and things. It also filters out the trading opportunities for us too, with a trend, okay? So as we come over here, I'm going to look at the app at time tool. All right, we're just going to look at the individual tools here. And with the app at time tool, I only trade during these tops and the bottoms of the hour, as well as the first 15 minutes, which is a little gray streak right in here. All right, those are the times a day that I really want to be trading. If it's really not at those times a day, then I really don't want to be trading at all, okay? But those are the times that I'm really interested in things, all right? Does it mean that you're always going to be able to pick the tops and the bottoms of the market? Absolutely not. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to buy and sell pullbacks in the direction of trend. If I get something like this down here, it's not because I'm trying to buy the low of the day, even though that sure looks like the low of the day today. It's because this is my pullback, all right? And it happened on all the indexes too. It was a great day. Like it shot down there and pushed off. It was really amazing. But I want to get more into this mental side of trading, okay? So as we get into things here, I think it's important that we are able to use these tools, like be able to easily identify trend, all right? Okay, may the trend be with you. That is my catchphrase, all right? I think it's fun, I think it's cool, and I think it's really important that we understand what we're looking at and what we're talking about when we are talking about the trend. Because if you ask 5 different traders, you're probably going to get 10 different answers on what the trend is. And I think it's very, very important that we all are able to say, hey, this is exactly what the trend is. Because if we look at supply and demand, going back to the very fundamentals of what drives any market out there, supply and demand, support and resistance, these are very, very common things. If we look at where is high and where is low, and as these curves shift over time, that's what the software tracks, okay? It makes the complex process very, very simple for us. Where is high, where is low, okay? And then on the 5-minute time frame, we're able to see support and resistance, right? We're able to see where is low and where should I be looking to buy if I'm in a uptrend, okay? Sorry, I'm clicking on the wrong objects here. So that's what we're really looking to be able to do. Now, with the Elite system, it can filter all the trends. It has all the bells and whistles. I don't really have time to cover all of that stuff right now. But if you like to see when the trend is up and rangy and possible chop, we can define that. We can color your background. We can email you. We can text you alerts. We can throw it into the market analyzer. All kinds of wonderful things, that's just super duper handy for us to do all of this stuff with, okay? So we're trying to give you tools that empower you to trade price action. And I think empowering traders is really what I've built as far as a community here in Appazones. So when you do join up with the Appazones community, you can click over here to the download section and you can see all the different tools and different links that we have available for you. And if you're joining the mentorship, where it may sound, ooh, well, it's defining the trend, like yada, 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 that's all well and great, but why is it doing what it's doing? You say it's a neural network, but how is it actually working? Well, we're going to explain all that stuff to you in the price action school, okay, which is this right over here. This price action school is a 4-week class. Not 1 week, not 2, but 4, all right? And it's actually with a one-on-one mentor that's from the Appazones community, will sit down with you and go through what everything is. Why is price action doing what it's doing? And as you're turning in your homework every week and for the different lessons, they're going to be coming back with you and saying, hey, yes, you're getting this. No, you're not getting that. What pattern did you see flying from where? Like, they will give you a good idea of what the mentorship is all about, because our worst enemy is ourselves, okay? And I've been doing this for many years now, and it still is myself. I am my own worst enemy, whether I'm swing trading or day trading. I am my own worst enemy. And just being able to check yourself before you wreck yourself every single time helps out a lot. But you begin to pick up on things, especially when somebody's there saying, hey, why are you doing this? What did you do there? And so one of the biggest tips that I could give any one of you right now is, personally, I've been doing this for a long time, right? And I've been hosting rooms and things of this nature. And one of the things that helps me the most out of all of it is I know that I have, a few hundred different people watching me as I'm trading and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's gonna look good? What's gonna wow and amaze them, right? And sometimes I get these amazing trades that everybody's like, oh wow, like look at that, he did this amazing runner that was 100 ticks in a day or 150 ticks in that one trade and only took an hour. But if you put yourself in the mentality that you have uh, your own show, if you will, that you are trying to teach somebody else how to trade, it helps a lot. Okay, and in the mentorship and stuff like that, we're actually doing that. We're striving for that environment. Okay, so when you join the mentorship and when you do the price action school, you're going to be put into that scenario. Okay, so that when you complete the mentorship, you're going to have people to train. You're going to be trading new Appazones members, all right? And I think that's really, really important because it helps our community pass it forward, all right? So that as we are doing all this stuff, we are just pushing it forward. We develop a community of like-minded traders where people are sharing ideas, looking at different scenarios, posting charts, posting questions, all of that stuff, all right? So that as we start you out, I'm just going to share with you guys some of our trade stuff from some of the actual students that's going through the class right now, okay? Just because I think that's going to be really, really good for you guys to see, and hopefully really, really helpful, all right? So this is some of our trade journals here. This is from one of our students. His name's John. He's gone through the class, and over the past couple months, he's made about $40,000. It's not too bad, not too bad at all. Now here is a case of somebody that's just now starting out with us, and he's just now starting to do his simulated trading, but he's starting to put it together. Over the past couple days, like he's starting to put in some decent numbers. Okay, so we want to make sure that as we're going forward, we're doing good things here. All right, we're teaching a community that not only goes through sim trading with you, but goes through live trading with you. Okay, so we want to keep all of those things on the up and up. All right, and I think it's super duper important that we create a community like that. Okay, so that you can see our trade plans, you can ask those questions. The mentorship takes you through all the different video trainings, like how to find confluence. That's one of the lessons. All right, and we're gonna examine this chart here. All that kind of stuff. That's all the stuff that we have in the mentorship, because we realize that our worst enemy is ourselves, and we need to keep ourselves focused and in a good mental state of mind. If you look at some of our videos here, just open for everybody. we spend time talking about trading psychology and the mental side of trading, and we really want to push on that stuff. Knowing where you are in the trend, knowing what your support and resistance looks like, knowing trend direction, super duper important. We got tools that will make that easy, all right? But the first and most important thing about trading is the mental side and being able to make those statistics work for you, okay? Remember this slide here? We want to make those things work for you, all right? And now I want to introduce you to a couple of the different people that we have coaching. So if you join up with the mentorship, you will see, and just so you know, the mentorship is actually an interview process that we don't take everybody, okay? We have turned people down before for a few different reasons. So if you go over to the website and go to the mentorship deal, you will have to really apply and get accepted before we allow you into the mentorship. All right. So this is the mentorship. Oh, I'll bring up the website a little bit later. Okay. But here's the different people. That's me. Just in case you weren't here during the beginning of the presentation. Okay, so as we're moving along, we just want you to see what we have here at the Trading Academy, the Jedi Trading Academy, if you will. All right. So we have awesome software that gives you trend direction, gives you context, makes things simpler for you. Okay, but not only are we going to do that, but we're going to help you sit down and go through training, okay, of why everything works the way that it does. Yeah, if you want to know why the zones are plotting the way that they're plotting, check out that price action school. It's all covered in there, okay? We're going to go through mentorship. We're going to go through sim trading with you. We're going to go through live trading with you. We're going to review those things, ask you the tough questions. We have training sessions every single day, plus multiple sessions that go through homework times, through group sessions, okay? So a lot of this stuff is all right there. And we really try to keep things simple, and we try to do just the money bounce, okay? So if you guys want a simple trading scenario, join me tomorrow, and I'm going to teach you guys about the money bounce and how we capture that and capitalize on that every single time, all right? So over here is the link. I'm posting it into the room right now, all right? And that link will get you into the educational webinar tomorrow night. All right. Okay. So we just want to keep things nice and easy here. So I'm just going to answer all of these questions. Thank you guys for all these questions. You know, what time is it tomorrow? It starts at. That's a good question. Should know this by heart, but I don't. So it meets at 6 o'clock Eastern. All right. And if you guys want a, if you guys are into Forex, we also do Forex stuff as well. Send me a email here, and we'll get you into our Forex room. All right. Wow. Um, while you were speaking, I was long on CL. My 15 tick target field. Wow, very good. Nice job. Yeah, sometimes you can get slippage in weird ways. I've definitely seen some weird slippage go on. So, All right, so I want to give you guys a little bit of what we're going to be offering special here with the webinar as well. Um, Here is our special. We are going to let you do well, we're going to let you waive the fee for our normal setup fee for any one of the products. Now, what I've been talking about today has been the Elite software, which technically is in our mentorship program, okay? But these are our 3 basic packages, all right? And I recommend that everybody here start off with either Elements, or if you already know what you're looking at, which many people do, you get the time zones and the price zones. You can actually click on any of these links, and that will take you to all the different pages there about them. All right, and then uh, the methods actually draws signals for us. Now, those signals are not filtered with trend. Only the elite system that gives us the down and trending, or whatever the conditions are. Okay, that elite system gives us that analysis there. Okay, here is the link for that as well. All right, and with that being said, I'm going to try to get into more of the questions here. This is a price action school. It's only $97 for a 4-week class. I mean, if you're trading futures or stocks, I mean, $97 is absolutely nothing. You take more than that in one single trade of risk, if not multiple times of that. So I hope that that's not going to break anybody's budget. And again, what we're going to be reading and what we're going to be learning is the basics, okay? Nothing complex, just super duper simple reading, price action, okay? Where is high, where is low, when are you retesting high areas, when are you retesting lows, how to get onto this type of stuff when it is, all right? So super duper simple. If you want to give it a trial for a month, just do a subscription and purchase the price action school. That will tell you everything about how I came up with the levels, how the zones were created so many years ago, and just all that good stuff. That's all in the price action school and the very basic elements package. Plus, when you do the one of the packages, you also get access to a video training library too. So you can work your way through the different videos here. We have a nice little setup video for you guys to watch just to make it super duper simple with the NinjaTrader platform and everything. So, and then we have a whole bunch of YouTube videos out there. We do market predictions because of the power of these levels, and because we can know where is high and low, we're able to predict out price a lot, okay? We're able to see easily a week ahead of time, if not a month ahead of time, just because when you go into higher time frames, again, it's that fractal confluence, which don't let that term scare you off at all. Fractal just means it's the same pattern repeating regardless of scale, okay? So those are all the things that we're going to be doing here. And here is another link for our special that we're doing. Let me copy and paste that down. If you want to purchase the software, this is the link for that. But I'd welcome you to join me for some education before doing that, okay? Because I think it's important that we're all extremely familiarized with what we're getting ourselves into. Just like in trading, you know, don't trade before you have a trade plan, you know your statistics, all of that stuff, and make sure you do so with capital that you're not living on, because that will put you in a bad state of mind. Okay, and that's actually one of the things that we look at when we look at joining up people for the mentorship. Okay, if you're trading with money that you should be using for living expenses, you're not in a good place. It's just going to be that much more stress and pressure. Okay, so we want to help relieve those stress and pressures, but we need to do so appropriately. Okay, so just want to thank everybody for joining me. I'm going to answer some questions here. And I have one more thing that I was going to share with you guys. So just give me just a second here and I'll get that going as well. All right. 127 is actually software that is for the methods package. Again, that's just going to give you all the different levels, and it's also going to give you signals when price is bouncing off of the levels, but they are not filtered with trend. Okay, to get it filtered with trend requires the Elite software. It does work with all different types of charts that you can bring in a NinjaTrader. So if you have range charts or tick charts, anything like that, we do support those. Right? And in tomorrow's class, we're going to be getting into really how to trade these levels consistently. We're just going to be going over examples and examples because I figure it'd be good for me to do a couple examples, and then I'm actually going to call on somebody to just show it and to do it. You know, like we're going to do some replay, and I want everybody to really learn what we're talking about here. And when you have tools that make it super duper quick for your analysis, then it's just a matter of, you know, does this trade meet my risk parameters? Does this trade uh, meet the different mental aspects that you need it to meet? You know, all those other things. And you don't have to spend so much time analyzing the chart as to what is the trend? Where am I going? Da 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 da. You know. Uh, As far as volume is concerned, yes, there is a volume analysis component to these levels. Yes. We are looking at where is price spending a lot of time. Volume is a good indication of that. Okay. Let me put the link in there again. I'm sorry, guys. Takes me a while to scroll through all your questions. Thank you guys for all these. Okay. So here's that link again for you. And again, this is just subscription amounts, okay? So again, we just want to make things super duper simple for everybody to get involved. The if you're brand new to trading, price action school will take you from knowing zero to knowing so much it's not even funny. And it even teaches you the NinjaTrader platform as you go along too. So it's really awesome. Uh, the elite program is by interview only, so I recommend that you fill out the form on the website. Oh, that's one of the things that I was going to share with you guys. So recommend that you fill out the form on the website here. Let's go ahead and go over there and go to education mentorship, and then you can fill out the form, and then one of the team members will look at your application and set up a time to meet with you. We really want to see people succeed. Therefore, we want to choose the best of the best. All right. We don't want everybody in the mentorship there, just because we want to make sure that you're putting yourself and you're in a place to be very successful at trading, you know, and to help other people learn it after you've learned it. So you've got to be able to teach it too. So it's really an interview just to make sure that you're very cool with the way that we do things and the way that we're trying to pass it forward in our community. Yes, the webinar is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so as far as the price action school is concerned over here, that is a wonderful question. Let's look at the price action school. This is video classes given to you every day. Okay, so you have a video, right? Now, this is a pace, kind of at your own pace too, because if you don't turn in your homework, then the uh, basically your coach has nothing to grade you on. Okay, so just like in school, I think that we need to approach trading as a class. You know, that we need to turn in our homework, we need to really learn our skills, we need to hone our skills and practice those things. This is a school format. The mentorship is a school format so that you're turning in homework, you're meeting with your coach, you're getting a one-on-one training, you're getting one-on-one assistance in every single area from somebody that's already been successful and that has demonstrated it to myself, so that we know that we're giving you somebody that can teach you the basics very, very well. Now, if you guys remember that we have like 3 coaches up there in that slide, right? So it's not going to just be the person that trains you, which is going to be a student of one of those students, okay? It's going to be you meeting with the whole team. It's the whole community effort, because let's just say, like, if I'm trying to help you up off of a boat and I'm just one person, you know, what if you pull me down into the boat instead of, you know, me helping you on shore? Same thing is true in trading. You know, I want to make sure that it's just not just me pulling you up, but maybe there's 3 or 4 of us pulling some individual up out of a boat or something like that, you know, because it's going to be a whole lot easier work for the 4 to pull up the 1 than, you know, just 1 pulling up 1. So again, we're trying to create a community that fosters really good mental practices as well as really good trading practices and learning the bars. A really cool thing has happened to me. I moved from California to Kansas City, and doing so, I joined a new trading group out here, and something really, really awesome. Uh, Basically, because I know price action the way that I do, I can stand up there in the trading seminars and webinars and basically just have a lesson on just reading bars, okay? And share with people different price action rules, you know, like what do these bars mean in comparison with these, doing patterns, all kinds of stuff. And it's just thousands and thousands of hours studying bars, okay? So that's what we want to teach you, but we want to do it in super duper hyper speed, you know, like, so that's what we're looking at in the price action school as well as the mentorship. Going through the mentorship, you know, you're going from, we assume, nothing to being a successful trader in 2 to 3 months is what we're really shooting for. Okay, and you're just getting inundated with so much information, but we got to keep it simple along the way. So we've had a few years to do this and to really hone our skills, so it can work on a one-on-one basis, and it gets the job done. You know, because to be honest with you, it feels really good when we have traders that are pulling in 40,000 a month. You know, it feels really good when new traders are just making several $100s their first few days of live trading. You know, like that feels really, really good. So it doesn't really matter what commodity you're trading, what stock you're trading, or forex. You know, it really applies the whole gamut. So just want to thank everybody for joining me here today. I'm sorry that I didn't get through all the questions here, but just want to thank everybody for their time, and hope that you will join me for tomorrow. Again, here is the link if you guys are just now coming in. Here is the link for tomorrow's class that I hope you will join me for. Hey, somebody lives in KC. Be more than happy to meet up with you. Just send an email to that if you guys have any questions, and go from there. Oh, one quick question. So is supply and demand, then do you look for volume 2 or do you look for volume 2 for those? I'm looking, well, everything is based upon market participants, so we're definitely looking to see where prices spent longer periods of time and understand how the ebb and the flow of the market's going to be. So in the zone formation, if you want to know more about the zone formation, you can do one of two things. You can come to the class on tomorrow night, and we'll be covering that. And you can buy the price action school and the software, and then you can use it in tandem with one another, and you can really understand what's going on there and why. So thanks so much for your questions and thoughts.
Awesome, Gabriel. Do you have some more questions you want to answer? Or?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Awesome.
We'll just see everybody tomorrow.
Sounds good. I'd like to give a special thank you to Gabriel Brent of APAZones for a great presentation today. NinjaTrader is pleased to sponsor these weekly partner events as a value-added service for our clients. If you find value in these events, we hope you will attend them on a regular basis. Put that in the room for you guys. Again, we appreciate the time you spent with us. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see you in future webinars. Happy trading from all of us at NinjaTrader. Thanks and goodbye.